So for lesson 13, we're starting angle sum of a triangle. We know that to start, a straight line is how many degrees? 180. Same thing for a triangle. All angles inside of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So all angles in a triangle add up to equal 180. So just like we've been doing where y'all had one piece of a straight line and you had to take it away to find the missing piece to finish that straight line of 180 degrees, kind of the same concept, but now it's a triangle. So we're going to start with number 9. They give us 2 of the angle measures. We have to find that missing third one. So we know that all 3 inside, 49 plus 72, plus that random one, we don't know, I just put an X there for a placeholder. All of those are going to add up to equal 180, right? So all we got to do is add together that 49 and 72 and take it away from 180. So what is 49 plus 72? And then if we take 121 away from 180, I am going to write it different ways to work it out. This one I wrote in an equation form because there will be some that you'll have to kind of do that way. You can also just add them together like on number 10. It's the same process, I just wrote them different ways. So if we're adding 35 plus 123, what does that give us?
150.
And then if we subtract 158 from 180, so it's the same concept of the different ways I wrote it, just however you want to do it. What do we do for number 11? Same thing. What's 14 plus 90?
104.
And then if we take it away, so all angles inside of that triangle will add up to equal 180 degrees. So now they're just giving us them, instead of just writing the numbers, they're putting it inside of a triangle for you. I'm going to do number 1 with y'all and let y'all do 2 and 3 alone. Number 1, same concept, just now it's in that picture form. We want to find this missing piece here. Oops. What is 83 plus 64? 147. And then if we take that away from 180,
36.
so we get 33 degrees. Make sure you double check yourself sometimes too. We know that that's an acute angle, so it's going to be less than 90. So if your math ever doesn't help back that up, then we did something wrong in it. Go ahead and try 2 and 3 on your own real quick. And check these. I wrote them again 2 different ways just so you could see it written out in different ways, but we get the same answer in the end. Number 4 is a little different. We don't know any of the angles, but they're all labeled X, right? Which means they're all the same. So with that one, we know we've got 3 angles of X that will add up to equal 180, right? So all we have to do is what? Divide by 3. That's why I wrote some of them in that equation form to kind of give you a little insight on that. Most people will be able to just look at it and know to divide by 3. I just like to write it out to show what happened, because we added 3 of those X's to get that 3X. So each one is 60 degrees. 5 and 6 are the same thing, just they have a right angle, and we know that a right angle is how many degrees? 90. So go ahead and do 5 and 6 on your own to try those. Let's go ahead and check those. I wrote them out again 2 different ways just to show that. So on the number 5, adding them together, subtracting from 180, we get 33 degrees. Number 6 is just a little different with the 2 x's that are the same. We just got to divide what's left over by 2 to get what each piece is. Are there any questions so far? So let's look at number 7. We want to find the angle measure of EFB. So from E to F to B, we want to find this angle measure in here, right? There are multiple ways to work this out. Everyone is different. Everyone's going to see it a different way. The way I work it out might not be the way another teacher works it out. There are so many different ways. So, one way that you can do it, you can see what vertical angles or corresponding angles or alternate interior. You can look at the different relationships and kind of move around those degrees. Like we know that these 2 are vertical angles, right? So we know that this one is 79.7 as well. You can either do it that way, or we know that this angle over here is corresponding to that 36.1 degrees that we see up there, which would give us 2 of the angles inside of that triangle. So that's one way to do it, is to add those together, take them from 180. Another way to do it, we can see that this angle is part of 3 that make up a straight line. That angle is also equal to the one we're trying to find. So if you find that one at the top, it's going to be the same as what's inside the triangle. That's just 2 different ways. There are more that we can use. So if we add together 79.7 plus 36.1, what does that give us? You said 115.8? And then if we take that away from 180 degrees, so 64.2, bless you, is those missing angles to find. So again, there's different ways to do it. However you need to do it is however I want you to do it. Don't follow everything someone else does, because what they see might not be what you see. So number 8, we want to find the values of x and y. Good. Right angles are 90 degrees. So what do you think we should do first? Any ideas of what we should do first? So what about this middle triangle? We've got 2 of the angles, don't we? Which means this angle would be what? If we add together 25 plus 34, we get what? 59. And taking it away from 180 will give us what? 129. This is just one way to do it. If y'all see another way, you can definitely do it that way. 121. See? We know that that 121 is helping make up a straight line here or here, right? Which means that that 59 degrees that we just took away is this piece here, right? Does everyone see that? So now we have two angles inside of the triangles to find x and y. Which means we need to do what to find x and y? Subtract from 180. So we're going to add together that 59 plus 90, which gives us what? 149. And then when we subtract from 180, we get what? 31. That's just one way to do it. There are other ways to do it. Then it says to find the measures of z, x, y, which is from here to there, which means it's both of these together, right? So if it's both of them together, we have to add together that x, which is 31, plus our 25, right? So what's 31 plus 25? 56. So angle ZXY is 56. And then WYX is what? What do we get when we add 31 plus 34? 65. Are there any questions on that one? Number 9. We want to find the angle measure for angle CED. So we want this piece here. What do we need to do to find that one? Any ideas on where to start? This one right here is 28 because they're alternate interior, right? They're inside of those parallel lines on opposite sides. So we've got two pieces. We just got to find that third missing piece. Subtract them from 180. Good. So what's 180 minus 70?